was really proud of our guys. I thought it was a good team win. You know, we talked about coming in and trying to create an identity. We've been talking about it for a while. I don't know that we've had one the first 5 games that we really hang our hat on, but I thought tonight, we played with a toughness and edge. I thought there was probably a 5-minute stretch beginning of the second half where our intensity and focus maybe waned a little bit. The last 5 minutes was not good at all. But I mean, you at that point you're up, 35, and we had some guys in there. But you got to compete and play to a standard. And credit Carson-Newman for continuing to play all the way through. But I thought for 30 minutes that was really a major step forward for our guys.
Something that you've talked about a lot is using your defense as your energy, your boost. And it looked like early in the game, particularly when you got that big jump on them, that it was defense that was the catalyst. Is that what you saw throughout the night?
Yeah, I think defense fuels everything. It's basketball we always talked about is tied together, but good defense for us, particularly with this team, usually triggers transition offense, which is where this group is at its best when it can run and get out and make plays. I thought we came in and really had good force and energy defensively. We were shrinking. I think we got some turnovers, some deflections, forced some misses, and that got us out and running. And then we were able to stick some threes. I think we made 3 or 4 there in that first little stretch, and got us a little bit of separation early. Got confident playing at home. Crowd was amazing. So. Defense is always, for this group, offense is going to be hit or miss a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're a young group. We're a work in progress. But like I told the staff before, while we're a work in progress, but we got to win games while we're making progress. Like, it's not like the NBA, you can't get to like 10 and 15 and be like, well, geez, we're just trying to figure things out. Like, we're trying to figure things out, but we got to beat good teams while we're figuring stuff out. And so Carson-Newman certainly got a good team, good program. Chuck does an incredible job. And but I think our guys were ready to go. And coming off our performance on Saturday, that was good to see. Because, again, we've talked about trying to – this team's identity's got to be tied into its defense. We got to play with much more toughness and be able to sustain that over a 40-minute window. And today was a significant step forward.
Obviously, you've had 2 really nice performances here at home. 2 best performances of the year have been here at home. Uneven performances everywhere else. So how can you kind of bottle up what happens here and wherever you go the rest of the season?
Yeah, I've never bought into, I think, you got to play good. I'm much more concerned with playing good than where you play. But with this team, you're 100% right. It seems like maybe because we're so young, because we're so new, that comfort's a factor. And so we've played, I think, much better basketball here at home, maybe feed off the energy of the crowd, et cetera, et cetera. But, good teams, win games everywhere. And if we're going to be a good team, we got to win games at home. We got to win games on the road, neutral, the North Pole, wherever they play them. We got to be ready to go and compete. And so hopefully it's about consistency, and that's the thing. We've had periods of time and stretches where we've played really good basketball away from home. The thing that we haven't done is been able to really put it together, play a complete game. But both games here, Payne, I thought, and tonight certainly were the closest approximation to a 40-minute game. So now it's just, fortunately we got a home game with Coker next. But, again, it's the same as I would say if we were going on the road. Whatever happened tonight is great. You go through your process. We autopsy every game the same way. You try to look at it, take the lessons from it, and learn, and then you got to throw it in the past and move on and get ready for the next.
Obviously, we know what you're getting from Scooter on a nightly basis, but Alex Dawling now, second straight game where he shot the ball really well.
Yeah.
6 for 10 from the field, 5 for 9 from 3, 17 points. So how has his emergence over these last couple games really kind of sparked him?
Well, we know he's capable. He came out, and our whole team had struggled to shoot the ball. The first 3 games, we shot it horrendously. Shot it well against Payne, and then we're shot it again poorly at Virginia Wise. But Alex didn't. He made 6 threes on Saturday. Comes back, makes 5 more today, and he's a guy that complements those other pieces when he's making shots. Alex is a guy. Kind of the less versatile you are, the better you got to be at what you do well, right? So Alex is not a guy that he does rebound the ball, and he makes threes, and so when he's not making threes, it really hinders his game, and so. But he's a guy that we have a lot of faith in. He's a guy that is normally in here twice a day. working on his own. We always talk about, confidence comes from your work. Alex is a guy that has a great work ethic. He gets in here, he gets shots. He's constantly trying to work on and refine and be elite at that skill. And then with the playmaking we have around him, I think he's going to, guys are going to be able to get him good shots. And I thought tonight we worked hard in against that zone to get the ball inside the zone and collapse it. And then they made the right play and found him a few times. And then he was able to step in and shot it with confidence. A zone's going to give up, the shots it gives up, and usually a lot of those are step-in threes. You're going to get some good looks against the zone if you execute and get the ball inside the zone. And we did a good job that tonight. His teammates made good plays, but Alex certainly shooting the ball the way he has, it's huge for us, obviously tonight and then moving forward the rest of the way. He's not going to do it every night, but if he can get consistent and do what we think he's capable of, it makes us a dramatically different team.